Yeah. This is the official first annual party of the TVA Torah ve'ahava virtual minyan. We're celebrating 1 year, and and we had a lot of difficulties. Personally, we lost friends. We know people were suffering. Was not easy, but thank God we are here. We're connected to so many people, mamash, like all over the world. And more people are connecting, and this is beautiful, growing, and with really Torah and Ahava, learning and love and joy, and may just grow more and more, Bezrat Hashem. So Ashira still with us? Yeah, the Zahavis. I like your the bow, not doesn't call attention at all. And Rabbi Yeshua Huglar, the juggler. Okay, what are you doing?
Well, I just realized that it's Purim, but I don't have anything funny. Is it okay if I sing something regular?
No.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's not. They have to do something funny. You have to sing. You have to sing your song with Shuki's Yemenite accent.
You know what you can do? You can do a serious song, but just stand on your head, and then it won't be a serious.
Okay.
No. Take one of your Tehillim songs, right, and say like, instead of like, what was it? I will try to right. Say, I will try full Hashem like. No,
Okay.
it's okay. Ashira, we love your music. It's good, in any form, shape, or sound, we accept it.
Okay. All right, good.
Wow, I can't do with those glasses, they kill me.
I do this
Supposed to be from the glare. Yeah, sorry.
I have no idea what you
Okay,
should do. You
you're
should
not
do whatever you
helpful.
want.
All right.
I'm delirious.
Okay.
Did you drink? Wait, we need to drink. Did you drink?
A drink.
Here.
It can be a drinking song. Every time you hear the name Hashem, you take a shot.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm going to go out of my way. I don't drink usually, but I'm going to take a little arak.
Oh my God.
One of my favorites.
Which one? Elite is very bad, right?
Zahlawi, I have, this just to give you an idea how much I drink, okay? I have 2 years. Okay, 2 years. This is where it went.
Empty.
I mean Sarah.
This is what I like in 2 years. Okay.
When I was living in the kibbutz, we used to drink arak every single day. Sorry,
in the kibbutz, you drink arak from the berries. Okay.
Chaim Kapara.
Haim.
This is some ice from Canada.
Ashira.
Ken, can you hear me?
Yes.
למנצח בנגינות מזמור שיר אלוהים יחוננו ויברכנו יאר פניו איתנו סלע
That
That
was
is
so
beautiful.
good.
Un abrazo.
That was funny.
Shira and Shu- This
Very
is
beautiful.
like
Very
if I'm
beautiful.
thinking like how you know Mordechai and Esther celebrated, you totally look like you came like from the palace of like back then. Esther sits in her, you know, after the whole thing, she relaxes and like with her harp, like going over. So yeah,
There you go.
very good, very good. So now, according to Shai's plan, I'm going to answer a halachic question. So if anyone has a halachic question, I'll answer it, but it will be with accents, right? Is it?
Nachon. At least 2 accents.
Okay. Not accent as much as character. So if you want a specific character, tell me if I could do it. Like, I mean, you style a rabbi or a tradition that you know. If not, I'll just come up with it. Now the Araki started working, so I'm okay, like Shuki. Who wants to ask a question? Who has a halachic question? But serious halachic question, Katriel. Wait, who's this guy by you? Who's there next to you?
This is my mom.
Oh, your mom. We can't see. We
Oh,
just
shalom, Ima shel Katriel.
Shalom, shalom.
Your son
Wow.
is a good friend.
Your son is amazing, and so are your grandchildren. We love them all.
Thank you. I love him too.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You better.
As I was
Hey.
growing up, we would have differences to say.
Katriel told me that you forced him to read a lot of books. So actually, when I call him, I feel like I'm talking with a walking encyclopedia. So chazaka
It's
u'brucha.
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the halakha question I have. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh.
What?
What?
No.
Let's move.
Do you want a specific character to add? Okay, you know what? We're gonna go. Very complicated the question that you asked. Reb Katriel, he brought up the question. Yeah, these are very old. Why are you laughing? We are seriously studying. So Reb Katriel, he asked the question: how much wood would the woodchuck chuck if the woodchuck could chuck wood? So the classical answer is the woodchuck wood as much as he could. Apis. We can't say it anymore because, unfortunately, as you know, Apis Nebuchadnezzar, the gewaldic government of the world, of the world, what they did, they destroyed the rainforest. They're going and chopping. So the woodchuck has no more wood. So what do? You shech the woodchuck. That's what you do. Even though we don't know if it's kosher or not, according to some tradition in my hometown of Novosibirsky, next to the Petrograd, Svidyatsky, you know, they used to eat woodchucks. It's a bit woody, you know, the meat. But other than that, you know, it's a chip of the old block, as we say. Yeah. Okay, so now you have a chance for another halacha. Anyone have a halacha to
I
ask?
have one.
Nathaniel, yes, the man with the glasses, yes.
Okay, so I'd like for you to do it in a Donald Trump accent.
No, I don't know.
Ah,
Too hard, Ronald Reagan.
No, Ronald Reagan I can't do.
Okay, you pick the accent. The question is,
Look, I can't do Donald Trump because he has big words. I don't know big words. You know, that's it. I can't do that. Yeah. I don't know what is the question?
so the question is, what is the most difficult halachic question there is to answer?
Benjamin.
Well, in honor of no, I don't know. Wait, let me think. It's really very difficult.
Temani.
No, not Temani, not Temani.
My accent.
No. I want to tell you, לא בדבר שהוא מדבר עברית, כן? אם אתה מדבר עברית, אתה להבין מה אני אומרת, כן? שיש הרבה בעיות, הן בתורה, כן? לתורה זה דבר שהוא לא מלמדים אותו בכל מקום באותו צורה. I mean, Torah is not being taught in every place in the same way. It's very difficult. De Sheila, yeah. Entonces, la Sheila es que la Teshuvah no hay razón. Sí. Muy pashut.
That's from Argentina.
No, sí, es que, pues bueno, ¿por qué decimos así en hebreo? Bueno, eso es como la pregunta, sí, la pregunta que vos me hacéis, es muy, como digo, no, que es que, bueno, pues depende de dónde pregunta la pregunta, así que es lo que hace, ¿no? Eso que me hace esa, digamos, la pregunta si lo hace en la lluvia es diferente que si lo hace en el verano, ¿no? Por eso digo que no, que es la palabra que no ver así.
Es muy complicado de entender. Muy
Totalmente, no,
complejo.
hombre, que no, es que totalmente, no.
Una cosa terrible, ¿eh?
Terrible,
Terrible, sí, yo sé.
Hablas como un argentino.
Dale, babonoteno a rabot. Ok,
הרב, חכה רגע.
מה קורה?
I have a request.
Yes.
Gypsy is sick. He has stomach gas. So I need a bracha. I need
Okay, Shai. Okay.
Wow.
יש ברכה מיוחדת לארנב זה. מי שברך לארנבותינו, הוא יברך את הארנב הנעים, שמואל צ'יפסי.
צ'יפסי שמוליק.
סליחה. צ'יפסי שמוליק, בן ביאטריס. בן שי. שלח לו רפואה שלמה בכל 4 רגליו ובזנבו ובשתי אוזניו הארוכות. יהי רצון שיאכל גזר ופטרוזיליה ויצמח ויגדל לתפארת ארנבותינו ועם ישראל כולו בכל מקום שהוא, אמן ואמן.
אמן. כפרה עליך, תודה.
Amen.
עליכם שלום לכל עם ישראל. Okay, now we want to share some humorous information from people, right? Shai?
כן.
See that Binyamin is Binyamin? Kapara? Shai? Who's
Gabriel. Nathaniel Pool.
Gabriel and Katriel. Okay. So we're going to do a round of stories.
Jokes.
Yeah.
And I asked Nathaniel Pool to bring some.
Okay.
יאללה, נתניה, לך על זה.
You want a joke?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got 2 jokes. Tell me which one you want. About the first Jewish president in the White House, or a rabbi who's an avid golfer?
The rabbi.
Go with the president in the house, the White. Yeah. I had enough rabbis jokes in my life.
Okay. So the first Jewish president of the United States has been inaugurated, and the first Jewish holiday that follows is Purim. So he calls his mother to invite her to the White House for Purim, and their conversation kind of goes like this. He calls her, says, "Mom, with Purim being the first holiday after my inauguration, I want to celebrate it with you coming here to the White House." And the mom, the Jewish mother, "Oh, I don't know. I'll have to go to the airport and this." Mom, I'm the president of the United States. I'll send a limo for you to take you to the airport. Okay, but when I get to the airport, I'll have to stand in line to buy a ticket, check my luggage. Oh, it's going to be Mom, don't worry about standing in line. I'm the most powerful person in the world. I'll send Air Force One for you. The mom goes, well, okay, but when I get to Washington, I'll have to find a cab. Mom, please, I'll have the helicopter waiting for you. It'll bring you right to the White House lawn. Well, okay, but where will I stay? Can I get a hotel room? Mom, we have this whole big White House. There'll be plenty of room. Please join us for Purim. Okay, I'll be there. She hangs up with him, calls her best friend. Hello, Sadie, guess what? I'm spending Purim at my son's house. Sadie says, oh, the doctor? Mom, no, the other one. You didn't get it, huh?
Yeah, I got it. That okay. So if you didn't get it, you should know that for a Jewish mom, you have to have a doctor and a lawyer.
A lawyer.
President doesn't work, you know. So you reminded me of the story of the Jewish mom who's pushing the grandmother, she's very proud because her daughter has twins. So she goes with them for a stroll, and her friend says, she stops her and says, they're so cute, how do you tell them apart? And she says, it's very easy. This one's the doctor and this one is the lawyer, Okay.
Nachman sent me a message that he has a joke.
Where is he? Where's Nachman?
I'm here, Ralph.
Ay,
Opa,
querido.
Nachman.
Pero en español, Nachman.
Qué buena
Okay.
onda.
Okay. So I'm gonna do half Spanish so people understand the joke.
Okay.
So first, the Jewish people came to Hashem. El pueblo de Israel fue donde Hashem y le dijo, and they tell Hashem, we are tired of the Torah. We cannot fulfill the mitzvot no more. Y le dijeron a Hashem que no podían con la Torah y que no podían hacer las mitzvot más nada. Y Hashem les dijo, and Hashem tell them, okay, bring me back the Torah. I will find another nation that would do the Torah. Y Hashem les dijo, no sé, está bien, no hay problema, tráigame la Torah de vuelta y yo voy a buscar otra nación que cumpla la Torah. Hashem estaba mirando por la ventana, que tengo un avión pasando. I have a plane passing through me. Okay, so Hashem is looking down from heaven. Hashem está mirando desde el cielo y ve que de momento vienen camiones llenos de libros. And then Hashem saw that the Jewish people are bringing trucks of books, thousands of trucks with books. Y Hashem ve que muchos camiones con libros. Y Hashem le dice al pueblo judío, and Hashem tell the Jewish people, from where you have so many books, I only give you one Torah. For where you get so many books, I don't give you all this. This is the joke.
Goom.
That's reality.
Nahman, you're too studious. You're like, even now, we have to do it. Okay, let me tell you a story. Two rabbis, and that's only in Spanish. It cannot be translated. Two rabbis are talking about one of their congregant, so what do you think about this person? ¿Qué piensa de esa persona? Dice el rabino. El otro dice, bueno, él es como una iglesia abandonada. Y le dice el otro, ¿por qué? Le dice, porque no tiene cura. Okay, now. Okay, now I have a joke that actually I heard first in Spanish, but it was from a doctor, a Jewish doctor of German descent who lived in Bogota. He's an amazing person. Every time I would come to the clinic and he would see me, he would come out. Back then I was officially the Hazan. Oh, Haim Yosef Lopez. He looked like Haim Ovadia. And he would come out and say, "Der Oberkantor for the Sfardische Schule of the 17. Straße." Yeah, so he had this German accent. So he had this joke about the Germans, which is very appropriate because we just read the Megillah. And those of you who heard my reading, Haman, I give Haman a German accent because Haman is a Nazi. When he comes to the king, he says, "Yeshno am echad mefuzar umefurat ben kol amim b'chol mitnot malchutecha וידתי המלך אינם עושים למלך אין שובל הנחם. Yeah, it's a Nazi. So, okay, anyway, here's the story. Years ago, Lufthansa, which is the German airline, right, received a lot of complaints from passengers. They didn't like the way the passengers are treated. The crew, the captain, they were very harsh with them, you know? You like people come aboard, sit, get, walk, drink, yeah? Be quiet, yeah? Yeah, okay. So they decided, to improve their service. They're going to train all their staff, the pilots, the stewardesses, to be more polite to people. So finally, after months of training, the first flight with the newly educated staff is taking off, and the captain is speaking to the passengers, and he says, "Dear passengers, welcome to flight 722 of Lufthansa from Munich to Zurich. We welcome you aboard. We want you to feel comfortable, and we are here to give you everything you need. You can use the entertainment systems to see movies. You could ask for wine. You can have white wine. You can have red wine. You can have any wine you want. Yeah. And you can have any food you want from the menu. Yeah. You could call the stewardess. Yeah. They're here to serve you. We want you to feel comfortable. Now, dear passengers, I would like you to fasten your seat belts before we take off. But I want you to do it all together, because remember, I want to hear only one click." Yeah. But this guy used to tell me that he told me the story. The first I heard the joke in Spanish. So the last sentence was, "Y ahora, queridos pasajeros y pasajeras, por favor, abróchense los cinturones de seguridad y recuerden, quiero oír un solo click." Yeah. Okay, now we have, I see, Israel with music. Yoretz didn't make it today, right? Israelito nos va a dar una música que alza el alma, eleva el alma.
Yeah.
Ja. Jawohl. It's very nice language, yeah. The German is a very nice language, has a lot of vowels. It's good. Yeah.
It sounds angry. It sounds angry.
Always angry.
It's like Arabic. It sounds angry. It sounds angry.
No, actually, Arabic is not an angry language. It's Arabic it just guttural. If you know how to say it, like من دار الوضاعة الإسرائيلية في أورشليم القدس نقدم لكم هذا البرنامج وحلقتنا بيعنون الحطار والتك. إسرائيل بخوض.
It's just about the love.
Yes. الحب.
Quiero decir un chiste.
Díganos.
Chiste.
No se oye bien.
Oh, wait.
Ahora no se oye de nada.
No se escucha.
No escuchamos nadita.
Nada, un abrazo.
Shy, abrazo, no more.
Your abrazo is very abrasive,
Grente.
Wonderful, Yisrael. Oh, how lovely.
Israel, I think your mic's off.
Oh, now we can hear you. No,
I can't.
No.
Nobody can.
¿Sabe qué, Israel? Sal de la reunión y vuelve a ingresarse.
Un abrazo.
Okay. Un abrazo. You know that Shai cannot travel to the United States yet because he's working on his Canadian visa. But I know what's going to happen when he travels to the United States. He comes to the airport. What's your name? Un abrazo. Where are you from? Gran abrazo.
Grande.
Grande. Okay. So who's next? Who's next?
Well, I could tell an old joke, but it's one of my favorites.
Okay, tell an old joke to young people. Yes.
Okay, so I would like to dedicate this joke to Vashti.
Okay.
That's a good joke.
So it happened at one time, a long time ago, not so long ago, a little bit long ago, that a husband and wife were at the hospital at the office of their doctor. And the husband was having a checkup at the doctor. And the wife was waiting, and the doctor finished the checkup on the husband, and he looks a bit concerned. And he says, well, how am I, doc? You know, you look a little concerned. So the doctor says, well, sir, I'd like to ask you if you would give me a few minutes to speak with your wife privately. Please have a seat in the waiting room, and we'll call you in just a minute. So the husband says, okay, and he gets up and he goes out of the room and he closes the door behind him. And then his wife looks at the doctor and she says, what is it, doctor? No, is my husband gonna die? And the doctor looks very pained and he takes a deep breath. Giveret, I am afraid I have very bad news for you. Your husband is terribly ill. It's one of the worst cases I've ever seen. I really think he's on his way out. So the woman gasps and her hand flies to her mouth and, oh my gosh, is there anything that can be done, doctor? So an intense look comes over the doctor's face and he takes the wife's hand and very gravely he says, yes, ma'am, there is one thing that you can do for your husband, to save your husband. Please tell me, please. So the doctor takes a deep breath and he says, you must treat him like a king among men. And the wife's confused and she's like, what? What do you mean a king among men? And he says, well, you must cook and serve him every day his favorite foods, any movie he wants to see, any sporting event, grab the keys, get the car, you drive, you take him there. He gets to play on his phone. If he wants to go golf with him, buy him presents. If he wants sex, you have to have sex with him. You must have more sex with your husband than you've had in the past 35 years of marriage. And if he wants you to read to him, rub his feet or scratch his back, you must do it. If you do all this, ma'am, your husband can expect a full recovery. So the woman thanks the doctor and she leaves the office to find her husband waiting in the waiting room reading a magazine. Well, what did he say? The husband says, you're gonna die.
That was good. Okay. Thank you, Shayna. I didn't know this one. Okay.
I love it.
But I've known it for years. It's one of my favorites.
Now you reminded me a joke, but I'll tell it after we hear Israel if he's up to it. Let's see. Israel, see if we can hear you. Unmute.
Okay, ahora
Yes.
sí.
Un abrazo, papá, Yofi.
No, quería contar un chiste, un joke. Primero,
Okay.
¿se puede?
Cuéntalo en español y yo traduzco.
Ya. Dice Abraham vino, estaba para morir y de repente llama a Eliezer y dice, pero Eliezer, por favor, ven, que quiero dar mi último deseo. Bueno, Eliezer viene. Heme aquí. Pero cuando mi hijo crezca un poco más, usted tiene que cuidarlo mucho. Como usted ordene. Isaac, heme aquí, padre. No olvide cuidar el negocio, porque mucho ladrón por acá. Y luego llama a otro y le dice, pero ¿dónde ha ido Isaac? Todavía no he terminado de hablar. No, fue a cuidar negocio por plata.
Oh boy. Oh my boy. It's like, again, a Torah joke that when Abraham is dying, he calls Yitzhak and he calls Eliezer and he says, we have to keep an eye on my son. And then he calls Yitzhak and he says, you have to keep an eye on the business. And then Yitzhak disappears and Abraham says, where is Yitzhak? I didn't finish with him yet. He says he went to watch the business, like he can't spend more time. Hashem Yishmor. Kapara. Okay, what are you going to sing, Israel?
Bien, el Salmo 100, que es un salmo que hace... Sí. Compuse esto cuando, después de haber escuchado a Karl Bach, me gustó mucho su inspiración y, bueno, hice algo muy cercano.
Inspired by Shlomo Carlebach.
Sí. Ariul Adonai kol haaretz, Ariul Adonai kol haaretz. Gritad jubilosamente al Eterno toda la tierra, servid al Eterno, servíle con alegría, presentaos ante su presencia, presentaos con cántico. Gritad jubilosamente al Eterno toda la tierra, sabed que Él nos hizo y no nosotros a nosotros mismos, pueblos suyos, somos sus ovejas, somos rebaño de su grande amor. Grita jubilosamente al Eterno toda la tierra, entras por sus portones, entrad con gratitud, porque para siempre su misericordia y su bondad dura por siempre. Grita jubilosamente al Eterno toda la tierra, alabale, bendecid su nombre, porque Adonai es bueno, porque para siempre su misericordia y su bondad duran por siempre, y su bondad duran por siempre.
Hazaku Baruch. And meanwhile, we commented that Jill won the costume competition.
Yeah.
With presentation. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And only one.
That was beautiful, Israel. And I say it again, I really want to produce with the people of Torah Ve'ava, like a program where we have just psalms and songs in Spanish. We have Devorah, we have Eben, we have you, we have whoever wants to do that. It's beautiful. So I have a very, very serious story. It's a sad story following in the footsteps of Shayna, of a husband and wife that, unfortunately, they were married for like 90 years. And then, as they were driving, the vehicle turned over, they died, and they went to heaven. They were not Jewish, so they went to the non-Jewish heaven. So yeah, it's their department. When you go in, it's like an airport. It says, Jews this way, non-Jews go that way. If you go non-Jews, then it says like, Christians, Muslims, and non-religious. And then it goes like Baptist, Anabaptist, Super Baptist, whatever it is. So anyway, they get to their heaven, and but they didn't come together. The wife came first. It took her husband, got delayed, and it was traffic, or it got to another line. So she got there first, and St. Peter receives her, and he says, welcome to heaven. You before you go in, you have to pass a little test. Like, oh my God, test! I'm not so. What are you going to ask me? She says nothing. It's a spelling test. I'm going to tell you a word, and you have to spell it for me. So my God, I noticed. Don't worry, it's not that we're trying to help people. We don't want to leave you out. He says, okay, what is the word? He says, cat. She says, oh, that's easy. C-A-T. So okay, you're in. Good. So she walks in, and she says, do me a favor. I really have to go to the bathroom. I've been standing here for like 9 hours straight. Could you please fill in for me for like a couple of minutes? And she says, no problem. She stands there, and sure enough, who gets there? Who's the next customer?
Her husband.
Her husband. Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm just filling in for St. Peter, but don't worry, he told me what to do. All you need to do is pass a small spelling test. Oh, okay. What is the word? She says, actually, 2 words. You have to spell boisterous stegosaurus.
Okay, goodbye.
Exactly. So now that we are at St. Peter, one more story. It's a true story, by the way. So this man, a true story. I heard it from him, personally. So
Shalom Aleichem, everyone.
Yeah. So this man comes to the gates of heaven, and St. Peter comes out, and the man is all like, confused, and sir, how can I help you? He says, you have to help me. I'm searching for my son. I lost my son. I'm searching for him for years. He says, tell me, okay, can you tell me a little bit about your son? He says, look, I had one son, only one son, that many thought was not human. And he came to life. And sir, what do you do for a living? He says, I'm a carpenter. You're 1 second. I know where your son is. I'm going to go get him. Wait here. So he runs in, and he comes back running with Jesus. And Jesus runs to the man. He says, Daddy. And the man says, Pinocchio.
So that reminded me of a joke that I heard a while back, and it was a long time ago, so I may butcher it. But there's these 2 Jewish guys, and they're really kind of down and out, and they're hungry. And it's a tradition among Jews, go crash a wedding if you're hungry. So they decide to go crash a wedding. And they thought it was a Jewish wedding, but it ended up that it was not a Jewish wedding. So they went in and they sat down in the pews. They're like, well, this doesn't really look like the weddings we're used to, but oh, well, there's going to be food, right? They're looking around. They see that there's caterers over on the side working to make food. So they're, okay, we're good. So they go through the wedding, and they go through it, and they're like, oh, okay, this is a little weird, but we're fine. So then the wedding is over, and they're inviting people to come to the food. And so they come to them and they say, so who are you? We've never seen you before. Who are you with? And they said, well, we're family of the groom. And so they said, oh, family of the groom. Okay. And then they said, well, isn't his name Christ? Okay, I butchered it. So,
yeah.
It was a good try.
Yeah. So I want to tell you halacha. Now I'm going to go really deep into the character of my dear, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Velvel Wolfschlegel Haussteinberger Dorf Schnitzelbagel Pretzel. Yeah.
Bagel.
I love this Rabbi Schnitzel bagel.
No, listen. You think it's yeah, okay. So
I read his books daily.
well, yeah, very good. It's very good that you read books because a lot of people they don't read books. They don't read books. They watch movies today.
I know, it's a very important book.
The new generation, they don't know what books are. They have movies, and they watch the movies on the telephone. When I was a kid, you didn't watch movies on the telephone. You had to pick it up. What do you think? You watch a movie on the telephone, God forbid, you had two sides to the telephone. Which side you're going to watch the movie on? No, but today's generation, they have movies. Okay. So my children, my grandchildren, my great-great-great-grandchildren, they come and complain. They say, Zaidi, we have a problem. It takes us 30 seconds to download the movie on our new phone. And they say, you're complaining. When I was your age, you know how long it took me to download the movie? 50 years I had to wait for the phone to come. This is what happens. Yeah. Anyway, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Velvel from Vladivostok, the last name is Wolfschlegel Hartenberger. He says that it's very, very important. The Shayna, I'm telling you also, before you tell the joke, yeah, especially if it's a religious joke, especially if you're trying to make fun of a different religion, yeah, you should really learn it well. You learn the New Testament, the Old Testament, the Modern Testament, the Postmodern Testament,
Adidas Testament.
Yeah. The testosterone, everything that can be studied, before, yeah. Anyway, I just want to say, it's not that, God forbid, that's a story now that you reminded me is related to Purim. That's why are you laughing, Shai?
Yeah.
No, I'm moving away from the Germans, from the Polish. We have to go.
I'm stuck with this now.
No, I'm going to tell you a story about what happened in Russia. It's a true story. Yeah. I heard it, yeah. So before what we have today in Russia, I have to get into the character, yeah. It used to be called SSSR, which means Союз Советских Социалистических Республик, yeah. The Israelis, we beat once the Russian basketball team CSKA, which is Central Sportskaya Klub Army. But in Russia,
the Russian in basketball.
Yeah, CSKA, Centralskaya Sportskaya Klub Army. And when I was a kid in St. Petersburg, we used to sing in the morning, on Shabbat morning, this song. Расцветала яблоня и груша, поплыли туманы над рекой, выходила на берег Катюшка, выходила на берег крутой, выходила, песня заводила. Now, this is an old Iraqi song that was translated to the Russian, but here is the story. In Russia, 3 people were sentenced to death by killing. Yes?
Yeah.
So they were from 3 different nationalities. One was from Georgia, not Georgia in America, not in the United States, the United States of A, no, from Georgia in Soviet Union. The other one was from Mother Russia, and one was Jewish. Now, they were members of the Politburo, really very high level people. So before they kill them, they say, you have 3 wishes. What are your wishes? So Russian guy from Russia says, I want a good bottle of vodka, a good cigar, and then when you shoot me, I want to be buried next to Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, who was a Russian. So they give him the vodka, they give him the cigar, they shoot him and bury him next to Lenin. Then the Georgian guy, they ask him, what do you want? He says, I want a good steak. I want a good cigar. After you kill me, you bury me next to Joseph Jugashvili Stalin, who was a Georgian. So they give him the steak, they give him the cigar, and bury him next to Stalin. Then comes the Jew. They ask the Jew, what is your wish?
It's already.
Why are you laughing? I didn't say anything yet.
It's already.
Un abrazo.
Un abrazo. Yeah. Un abrazo in Spanish. You know, if you take Russian and Spanish and mix them together, you get Portuguese, right? That's what you get. So, so anyway, listen what happened. They come, they ask the Jew, what is your wish? He says, I heard that strawberries is a delicacy. Never in my life had strawberries. I want to have strawberries. So the Russian guy said, but no strawberries now. Now is summer. There's no strawberries in summer. The Jew says, I wait. So they wait for the summer, for the winter. They get him strawberries. He eats the strawberries. And they say, now, what is your second wish? He said, watermelon. I hear watermelon is really, really good. I never had watermelon. They say, what watermelon? What watermelon? There's not watermelon in the winter. He says, I wait. So they wait for the summer. They bring in watermelon. And then they ask him, what is your third wish? He says, listen, I appreciate the Russian government. The president is amazing. I want, when you shoot me, kill me, do away with me, please bury me next to Vladimir Putin. They say, but he's still alive. He says, I wait.
Yeah.
Not yeah.
He's never gonna die.
Da.
Yo, anyway.
Okay, we moved from я to да. Да разлетал явно груша поплодит ман над рекой Союз Советской Республики Царь. Сказал, как дела. Мне таратита батеха талах табише. Шиху аллах биата дечита бетуха супермаркет. Эн картис Мадонна. Тала канита תצא בחוצה.
שניצל ברגר שלי מרק.
אוקיי, עכשיו מוסיקה בבקשה.
עכשיו יש לנו ג'ל, ג'ל יש לה שתי זה.
ג'ל.
ג'וקים.
ג'וקים.
So it looks like we've had so many jokes, we probably need a little bit of exercise. So is everybody okay with learning a new Jewish yoga for Purim?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Follow after me. You ready? Okay.
Jill, is this the watermelon story?
Here's another one. Okay, here's another one. There was a wide-mouthed frog, and he talked like this because he wanted to know. He talked like this because he had a wide mouth, of course. So he wanted to know what all the different animals had for dinner. So the wide-mouthed frog went to the giraffe, and he said, Mr. Giraffe, what do you have for dinner? And the giraffe said, oh, tops of trees and things like that. And then the wide-mouthed frog said, oh, really? And then he went to the bear and he said, Mr. Bear, what do you have for dinner? And the bear said, oh, jars of honey, stuff like that. Bees sometimes. And then by mistake. And then the wide-mouthed frog said, oh, really? And then he went to the alligator and he said, Mr. Alligator, what do you have for dinner? And then the alligator said, "Oh, wide-mouthed frogs." And he said, "Oh, really?"
I have a request from Israel. I have a request from you. Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Un Hamentaschen, dos Hamentaschen, tres Hamentaschen, cuatro Hamentaschen, cinco Hamentaschen, seis Hamentaschen, siete Hamentaschen, ocho Hamentaschen para mí.
Oy va'avoy, and then a diet para mí. So I thought Jill with 8 Hamantashen we're doomed. I thought, Jill, you know the story that a man walks through the shuk in Israel, Mahne Yehuda, and he's looking for direction. He doesn't know how to get to the central bus station. So we ask an Israeli guy, he says, Sliha, איך אני מגיע לתחנה המרכזית? Right? And the guy had 2 big watermelons under his hands and bags of, shopping bags in his hand. And he says, "Could you please hold this bag for me?" Okay, he takes the bag. "Could you hold this bag for me?" He takes the other bag. "Can you take this watermelon?" He takes the watermelon. "Can you take this watermelon?" He takes the other. So the one who asked the questions, that was 2 watermelons and all the bags. And now he says, "Can you ask me again?" He says, "Yeah." "Do you know how to get to the central bus station?" He says, "No idea."
It's Israeli, huh?
He couldn't answer before. How can you do it? He can't answer, Okay, I think we're going to it's wow. So we've been here for an hour before with the Megillah, an hour before that with the other Megillah. We had a lot of fun. Shai wrote that we'll finish with the song, but I did the song. I did the song in Russian, Ras Vitale. But I'll tell you where I learned. I learned this song in the army because I had guard duty 4 hours, like from 2 a.m., like from 12 midnight to 4 a.m. with my friend, a Russian guy. So we tried to keep each other awake. So I asked Yefim, or it was either Yefim or Yevgeny, to teach me the song. So he told me overnight that song of Ras, and I love it. It's beautiful. And when we would be, all the soldiers together driving to a certain, whatever track or something, we would sing it like this. And I'll teach you another song that you could sing with me. So this one went like this. Развитала яблоня и груша, поплыли туманы над рекой, виходила на берег Катюшка, на высокий, на берег крутой. In Hebrew, לבלבו אגס וגם תפוח, ערפילים כיסו את הנהר, וקטיושקה אז יצא לנוע, ונבוא ונהדר. Now, the other one is this. It's a really, really good song for inspiration. It goes like this. Kalin, kakalin, kakalin, kamayam, kalin, kakalin, kakalin, kamayam, kakalin, 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 kamayam, kalin, kakalin, kamayam. Hallelujah, bekocho. Hallelujah, birkiauzo. Hallelujah, bigvoro. Okay, that's it for today. For my tefillah, I think I'm done.
Purim Sameach.
Purim Sameach, everyone.
Hey, hold on. Time out. Pause. So, we do have a raffle giveaway. You remember I scheduled a raffle giveaway?
I found my kippah. I was looking for the whole night. I had to stick.
Yeah. But everyone who stayed, your names are in a basket. I'm gonna shake up the basket and I'm gonna pull some names. Okay.
Wait, I thought Katrien.
Okay.
Wait, don't listen, you guys. I thought we agreed that I'm the winner. No matter.
Don't listen.
No.
What do you mean? Why
kidnapped Katriel. I'm sorry. He's gone.
Oh, okay.
He didn't read the message.
The name of your company is Imhotep. It's IMHO, Haim Ovadia.
Okay, so give me 1 second.
Okay. Shai, what's the matter with him? I told him, we said that why is he raffle? I know that was the winner. I told you.
מה פתאום, נראה לך?
Well, I slipped him a little piece of paper saying, forget those guys, I want to be the winner.
Un abrazo.
Un abrazo.
Un abrazo is the winner.
Un abrazo grande.
We need a mizmor, un abrazo.
Okay. Drum roll, please. Drum roll.
Un abrazo, un abrazo.
It's okay, Catre. It's Nathaniel. Everybody knows you.
Okay.
If it's somebody who is not here, it's canceled.
No, it's only the people who stayed. I got everybody's name who stayed. If you left, your name got pulled out. Okay. All right.
Tomorrow is Friday.
You meanie miny mo catch a title by his toe. Anything else I don't go. And you are it. Okay. The winner is Susie.
Wrong, it's me.
My prize.
You win a gift. You win a gift from our online store. So I will talk to you after. We'll get like addresses and everything. And
natural products, be wonderful aromas, soaps, and all that.
If you don't get anything, fill a complaint to me.
That's our HR department.
I think it's very appropriate that Susie won it. So she's every morning she's there on time for the meditation. She's there for the classes. Even before we had a virtual minyan, she corresponded with me and would send remarks and corrections on if I had typos. Feedback. Really, not just that, just feedback and this. And Susie, Mazal Tov. And the next raffle we'll get from other people. And thank you, Katriel and Sheva, Gavriel, Binyamin, Kitov, and Katriel's mother that joined tonight. It was beautiful. Thank you, Shayna. Thank you, the Yanis family, the Familia Chaires, Susie, Familia Zehavi, Jill. I'm like, still, you killed me with this. Israel with your beautiful music. Issachar from Trinidad. We have that. I need to get the tefillin for you. We got the budget. We got the tefillin. We just need to seal it and send it.
Baruch Hashem.
Adam, Emerson, thank you for reading the Megillah. Sharon and Jay and Ayelet Ashahar, good to see you. Nathaniel, I guess Ayelet went to sleep already.
Oh, maybe a little bit more.
She enjoyed?
Huh?
It was beautiful seeing her. Nathaniel, David, Professor Menahem, Massimo, Mandolin, always thank you for your learned input. Sarah, John, and Dr. Manbritz, everybody, thank you so much. Beautiful night. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Anyone?
See you tomorrow.
With us
thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, Shai.
להתראות, לילה טוב.
לילה טוב.
לילה טוב.
לילה טוב.